All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's your girl, Tracy. As you come on through, y'all let me know that you are here. I am going to have a guest speaker. She will be joining me soon, hopefully, but I will be doing her website for this tutorial. So I will have one person who I am going to be doing their website um, revamp, but I wanted to talk about how to set up a website. At least how to do the homepage. If we do the whole website, y'all, it's going to be all night long. And I don't think y'all got that long, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my page so I can see your questions and make sure there are no difficulties. Okay. If you are on live, let me know that you are here because you want to learn how to do your Shopify homepage. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes. Hey, girl. Oh, there she go. Oops. I done took you off stage, honey. I want to go ahead and share this live out and make sure everybody knows that we're live. Because I know there was a whole lot of people. There was a whole lot of people that wanted to see this. So, hey, Lavinia, you made it back from the store, girl. Let me go ahead. I'm trying to share this live out, y'all. Hey, y'all doing? Go ahead and drop in the comments if you are a business owner and you need this. You need this live. What I'm going to do is the person whose website I'm going to be revamping. She is on in the room and she's going to give me her input as I do her live, but I just want to make sure everyone knows that we are live. And then we're going to get into it. And I'm just going to keep on plugging away, no matter if it's one person or two people, because I know there's a whole lot of people that wanted this live. A whole lot of people, and I'm finally doing it. Lavinia, can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. So I just want to make sure that you are able to hear me okay. And can you hear me? All right, y'all, one more minute and then we're going to get started. Hey, how are you? I can see your comments on the screen. I'm part of a few groups, so I just wanted to make sure people knew I was live because a lot of people wanted to know how to set up their homepage for Shopify. So, what better place to do it than here? I don't know if Lavinia can hear me, but it's her website that I am going to be revamping tonight, but I'm going to walk through just the homepage. Now, if we work through the whole thing, then we'll be here all night and into the morning, honey. And that's why I have a whole playlist. I have a whole playlist on my page, on my YouTube page. So make sure you're subscribed. You set your notifications. All right. All right. I've notified. I've done what I could do. And we're going to get started because it is 7:05. And so tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about how to set up your homepage. The homepage is what people see when they come to your website. Hey, Tracy. So, again, my name is Tracy Carter, CEO of the Mocha Creative. I do have a customs business, and then Creative Vault is my B2B. That's how I'm coming to you today to help you with stuff like websites. As I trickle in some designing here and there. I've been really busy behind the scenes, and one of the people that I am doing her website for today is one of my students in my AI membership. So she is getting the benefit of being a student of mine. I don't like to use the word student, but just so you know, she is locked in with me. Okay. Miss Tracy is locked in with me. So they reap the benefits when you lock in with me, if you catch what I'm putting down. Okay. So I am going to be revamping her website. Sometimes people just don't have the time to do their own websites. So they do hire me to do revamps, to do the whole kit and caboodle. I can set it up from the rooter to the tutor, okay? And that brings me to my next point. I think it's 45%. I gave y'all a real big discount. While I'm live only, that if you are one of those people who just was like, listen, get somebody else to do it, okay? Or you are someone that just does not have the time, or you just have tried it over and over, and even with tutorials, you just can't do it, then I'm here. And while I am live, you can take advantage of a 45% discount off of my website services. And the information is scrolling there at the bottom. www.creativevaulthq.com, 45% off. Oh, let me go ahead and put what the discount code is. What is the discount code, Tracy? We are going to get into it, y'all. We are going to get into it. And I'm going to bring myself up off of the screen. Okay. I just want to make sure I give you the right discount code. So I was like, 'tis the holiday season to gift. And so that is my gift to you. 45% off is a lot considering what goes into the websites. I'm pretty sure it is Snow 25, but I'm double checking, y'all. I'm double checking. Give me 2 seconds, second. Even when you come to the live prepared, you always find something that's going to say, hey, you forgot this. I didn't even do it. It was in here. All right, let me go ahead and add this discount code in, y'all, because I want y'all to be able to benefit. I know that a lot of people really struggle with this. And so I don't want you to feel like you're all alone. Oh, it's automatic. So you don't even have to put in a code. I made it an automatic discount once you check out. And just for those who don't know me, when I do a website, I don't do a consultation. What I do is actually you will receive a questionnaire in your email, and that will give me all the information that I need to proceed. If I have any kind of question on anything and vice versa, if you have any question, I will sit up there and I'll reach out to you. You can reach out to me. So you will receive a questionnaire. and you fill out a questionnaire, click submit, it comes right to me. And then I tell you, how to give me access to your store. And that is where we start. Okay. So again, only while I'm live. Once I'm live, put my price back up. Okay. So, Luvinia, if you are here or if you're in the crowd and you come back in, text me to let me know. Because once I start sharing my screen, I can't see nothing. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Let me bring up Luvinia's website. Just so I can show you what we're working with. So drop in the comments while I'm doing that. Drop in the comments if you are someone who struggles with the website. Okay. I want to know my audience. So at the moment, here she comes. There she is. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. All right, I'm going to pull up my phone just so I can make sure that y'all see I see what y'all see. And, I don't have nothing kooky going on in my live. All right, because I don't want to be talking and then you're like, hey, we didn't see you the whole time. That would be treacherous. All right. All right, so here we go. I don't know how to launch the store. I have a website, but it's not open. Okay, so you just don't know how to make it go live? Am I understanding correctly? Because that's an easy fix. Okay, got you. All right. That's an easy fix. Oh, girl, that's easy. That is so easy. Okay. So once I'm done, well, let me see here if I can show you real quick. The cost store. The cost store fix. Preferences. So you want to go to, let me see if I can show you on Lavinia's. Let me see if I can show you on Lavinia's. So first of all, let me show y'all her page here. So I got so many tabs open, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay. So here is Luvinia's webpage. Now, if you go to online store, it's over here on the left hand side. Go to preferences. Okay. There's a password protection. So all you have to do is toggle it off. Right now, Lavinia's is off because she's live. But usually there's a password there. There's a password and all that stuff. You toggle it off. That's how, so like if someone like me set up your website and I said, as long as you're ready, all you got to do is go to those preferences and toggle that off and you're good to go. You're live. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all Lavinia's website currently. And then we're going to go through some changes that we could make. Now, Lavinia and I just had a conversation this afternoon. I know that this has been a struggle for her. So I was like, let's just do it. Again, she's one of my students and she's going to reap the benefits of being one of my students. And so that's what it is. So let me, I don't know why I'm going to have to keep unsharing and sharing. See, this is why I got to go back to Zoom. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. Am I frozen for y'all? Okay, okay. It froze on me. So again, I'm just trying to see what y'all see. So this is her current page, right? This is the home page. This is what I'm going to show you how to switch out. So Lavinia has a few things going on. She knows anything that I say is said with love, because I am not one of those yes women. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, because um, just shaking my head, nodding yes, and agreeing with everything. If I see something could be improved upon, that's what I'm going to tell you. So, and plus she already told me what is bothering her. Okay. So here's the first thing is we got a few different, I know these are, this is an app. This got to be an app up here at the top, right? And so I'm doing an audit real quick, y'all. So I know this is an app. Okay. This is not even needed, but it might be one of those pop-up apps. She could tell me later. Here's another thing real quick. Within Shopify, there's a bunch of apps. There, any website platform, there's a bunch of apps. Just like on your phone, when you download a bunch of apps to get on Facebook, to get on Instagram, to do what it is you want to do, you go to the app store. Shopify also has an app store. And we go to the app store to add things that pertain to us, that are relevant to our business, that are relevant to making our customers' shopping experience seamless, right, and easy. Because if they come to your page and see a bunch of stuff everywhere, and one of my pet peeves is when someone has, and this does not pertain to you, Lavinia, but I've seen this where people will have a home menu item and then it says catalog or shop all and there's nothing else. That is a pet peeve of mine, because if you're going to make your customer work to find what it is that they want, a confused mind won't shop. Okay. A confused mind won't shop. If you got a ton of, if you got about 5 items, then okay. But if you are constantly adding to your library of services or products that you offer, and all you have is catalog, and you don't have all the items categorized into easy, collections, they're going to jump ship. Their brain is going to hurt and they're going to leave. Okay. So if you are one of those that have catalog and you don't have any collections, baby, I want you to change that, sis. Okay. So another thing that Lavinia has here, she has a button. If you click here, you go to her social media page. That is good. Okay. If you have a group page where you get VIP customers, or you teach, you can put that up here as well. You can say, hey, join us in, like mine would say, join us in the AI vault. That is my AI group. Okay. All right. And next, she has her categories. Okay. This picture I'm not too fond of, only because it's a square. We don't like squares in the creative side of things. Okay. We could add some sort of, I don't know. We could do something different with that. We could add a grunge or something. You know what I'm talking about, Lavinia. But I'm not a fan of it. But another thing that we could do is make it blend in kind of with the background once we add some changes. She notifies her customers of a free shipping on orders over $150. That's amazing. This can be on the same level. So hello, shipping time. We could put this on the same level. And I also advise Lavinia that there are different animations that you could add to your website that'll make it pop more. Okay. And that was one of her pain points, is like, I'm feeling like it's kind of blah. Okay. That's how you could pep it up, by adding little features to it that'll waken it up a little bit. Okay. I know my girl loves purple, and I advised earlier that maybe we could do a different background or darken it up a little bit. And she does quite a few things. Okay. But what season are we in right now? What season are we in right now? We are in Christmas, the Christmas season. So, to me, I want to tell you my standpoint. I love websites that pop. I love websites that stand out, different from other people's websites. I once had a Crafty Sis who said at one point, she said she went with Wix because Wix has a lot of animations, but it is not an easy to learn platform for beginner website owners, right? If you've never had a website before, that is a beast to set up. It's a beast. Okay. So she said she went to Wix because this is her exact words. She said all Shopify websites look the same. And it's not to say, okay, girl, that's not what I'm here for. But tell me your eyes wouldn't pop out if you seen a website like no other. I teach this all the time. I'm like, stand out, don't blend in, right? So we are in the holiday season. We should see some holiday products, right? Highlighted. Some holiday. Where's the Christmas? And she already know I got on her. We don't even have a Christmas collection. So she's working on that. She's working on that. But until then, we will make it come to the forefront. So while you can offer all of these other products, this should not be your focus. If I came to your website firsthand and saw this, I'm like, dang, she don't do no Christmas stuff. There's not a Christmas collection. Well, I guess I'll just go to somebody else. I see the girl in the corner. She got a Santa hat. Okay. So I'm not going to drill that too much. We already talked about it earlier, but I'm just wanting to tell y'all, I think that for me, in my opinion, I think you should switch your website out with the seasons. So we just left fall, right? Should have some fall things going on. Fall products at the forefront. Christmas, we should see Christmas-y stuff, right? Don't just leave the same vibe on your website from year to year to year to year. Okay. Let your people know that you're still home and that you update your stuff every now and again. Okay. So I'll see no other comments. We're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to get into where you can update your website. So this is the dashboard to your website. Okay. You want to go to, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can't pull it up some more here. You want to go to online store. Now I do want to show you something. So to customize your own website, you go to online store. It is under sales channels. Go to edit theme. Okay. But before we go there, I want to show you something. And I explained this to Lavinia earlier. What I want y'all to do is click on themes. Themes, and I don't know if you've ever heard anyone mention this. Shopify has many different themes. A theme is basically different variations of the setup. So I describe Shopify as like a plug and play type website platform. It is one that I recommend highly because, like I mentioned earlier, hold on one second, y'all. What is your hold on one second, y'all. Let me stop sharing for a second because I want to show no sensitive information. The themes that you see, I want to plug in her information. I just don't want any sensitive information. Okay. The themes that you see are ways that you can change up the look of your website. And a lot of people don't even know they exist. And so I'm here to tell you. Okay. Shopify.com. All right, Livy, I'm trying to log in. Bear with me, y'all. There we go. Okay, I got it. And come on. Okay, I just want to explore the themes. There we go. Okay. I just didn't want to show any sensitive information. That's all. Bear with me. Bear with me. She's back. And now we're going to share the screen again. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So sorry. Okay. And also, Lavinia, I don't know what's going on. Let me see real quick. What you saying? What you saying? Trying to get this thing working. Okay. If you can't say, if you can't get in or if your mic isn't working, just jump in the comments, sis. Because once I get started, unless I see I ain't gonna see your inbox while I'm live. So once I'm showing the website transformation, I won't be able to see what you're saying. So I got you added to the stage, but I'm not sure what's going on. That's why I said I'm switching back to Zoom. This is for the birds. Okay, so let me go back. So this is all the themes that Shopify has. And again, this is different, like this is beautiful right here. Oh my gosh. See how things make you like, ooh, take your breath away. Although this theme is $320. Okay, so unless you want to buy a theme, they're not all they don't all come with a price tag, but I just want to show you. Then you check for the free. Okay. And there has been some designers that have went ahead and added, like, this looks new, heritage. They all have different names. The names really is just whatever the designer or programmer named it. One of my websites is using this vessel, and I think Tinker for another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. The most frequent one, I'm using Dwell. I'm using Dwell for one and Vessel for another one. And the most common one that everybody sees is Dawn, which is this one. Okay. So you can actually click on these themes. So if I go up and I show you Vessel, where's Vessel? If you click on a theme that catches your eye, you can look at it and say, oh, okay. And it lets you to view the demo. Right? It lets you know what it could look like. Also, it will tell you the features that it has. So all of these are the features. You can compare features all in what you want. Okay. So I look at these things all the time, and so I know what features stand out. Okay. Like animation, color swatches. What else is a big deal? Infinite scroll, pre-order, stuff like that is stuff that sticks out to me. Some of them have a stock counter. Okay. And if you like that particular theme, you will click try theme. And it will take you to it, and then you can start customizing it. All right. So I wrote down a few of the I wrote down a few of the colors. Now, Lavinia told me she likes animation, which again is something that she has been part of my groups prior to, and she knows that I know animation. I can make your website have moving parts to it. And she knows that that's not something that I give up freely as far as how to do it. That is in my paid courses. Okay. I will do that on the back end for her, but I'm not going to show that on the free.com. No, ma'am. All right. And so, here's Vessel down here. So when you add the new themes, you can say edit theme, and it's going to allow us. Now, it's not published yet until you click that publish button, but this is how it would look empty. So we're almost starting from scratch. And here's another thing, another note. Whenever you're working with a designer and you give them creative control and they use one of these different themes other than Dawn, and you're like, I don't like that. Can we try this? Can we go back to that? It is a thorn in our booty because you gave me creative control. Why you want to switch now? Huh? But what happens is when you switch your themes, as you can see, it starts you from the very beginning. She doesn't even have her social media on here. I'd have to plug that in all over again. So when you switch themes, just know that you're going to have to put in work. You're going to want to know your brand colors, the hex codes, all of that. You're going to have to upload your logo. Well, it'll still be it should still be in the library. But yeah, you're starting over from scratch when you switch themes. Now, if I just went on to her current theme, which is Dawn, right? And I just wanted to switch it out, I don't have to start all over, but it is kind of like, a makeover. So I just wanted to show that. So let me go ahead and start putting this together for her. Now, again, I know that she wants a moving banner. I know she wants some movement on her website. And again, that's not something I'm going to do on this live, but certainly behind the scenes. But I want to show you. Let's see if it'll show what I have. It's probably not going to show. Let me see. I have a video. I'll show it in a second, I guess. But I did create an animation. Right? And it's pretty cute. So it's not going to show it because I got to stop sharing the screen and resharing it. So what I'm going to do, when you start your website, you have 3 little sections over here. Okay. You have what's called the sections. So that's each one of these parts. Then you have settings. Settings is your logo, your colors, your fonts. Okay. Another thing I work with is the carts. If it's over here, carts. Okay. You can say if you want, let's see, add to cart, open, auto opens drawers. Some of these things are a little different in these newer themes. So again, it's all in you if you're used to certain things being there. Because even I was a little flustered at first in some of these things, but they're so pretty and I like different things. I like to switch my website out often. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with some colors. So again, Lavinia likes purple. So I'm going to add some colors. I'm in the gearbox. So there's 3 sections. There's theme settings, which is like color fonts. And then there's one called app embeds, which means that is if you add different apps to your website and you go into the app store of Shopify and you add them, you have to turn them on in here. So if I click on that real quick, she has Optus, terms and conditions, stuff like that. Her Affirm, her Sazzle, all that has to be turned on. Okay. And I'm going to turn them on because I don't know which one she's using. Okay. I don't know which one she's using. We'll turn them on. If we see something funky, we'll turn it back off. Okay. So that's the apps one. So we're going to go back to the gearbox. And here are all the color schemes that she can have. So if I click on scheme 1, you don't have to put a color in each one of them. You could just choose one. We want to change the background color. And it's good to have the hex code to your color, to your brand colors. If not, you can use this little slider thing. But I have some colors that she might like. Okay. So 57 1E68. That's a nice purple. Okay. Might could lighten it up a little bit. See, it's a little bit different than what she had before, but not dramatic, right? We'll see. Let me come to your comments and see if y'all say anything. Y'all just watching. I don't know. Okay, you're good. So let me lighten it up a little bit more. Now it's going to act up. Okay, it's a little bit brighter, right? And if you want to change like the buttons, you can change it. I'm going to leave it black because black is going to be the background. But if you want to change the text color, you can change the text color to white. What else? You could change the background color of a button. So up here, you'll see the font, and then you'll see two different types of buttons. One is a what they call like a filled-in button, and that button background is black. And then they got a secondary button that's filled in with white. You could change some colors if you want. I'm going to leave them as is for right now. Okay, that is colors. Another thing, if I want to switch up the font, her font is kind of light. Okay, and she's probably also kind of used to it. So we can change it up. We can go to body and watch over in the website section, and you'll see as I change to a different font, it'll change over here. Okay. It might be a little delayed. That wasn't very dramatic, but yeah, it changed. Okay. I want something a little bold for her. Now, some of these fonts will come in a bold color, but I want something, they have some like Anton. It's all right. Okay, they had, oh, I don't like that. See, it changed. It's a little delayed. Let me try this. Watch the Sparkle Diva is going to change. One of my other friends had an issue today live, I tell you. Okay, so it changed. Okay, that's a little bit bolder. You can also make them even more bold. Some of these fonts will give you the option. I'm over here on the left-hand side. Some of them will give you the option to change it to bold. And that's a total personal preference if you wanted to do that. Okay, so that was just one section. Now you also have, I don't think there was a body. Let me see. That was a body. Okay. So if we go to subheading, we can also change that. You can have two different fonts if you want to. There was one time, and I forgot how I did it. I uploaded my own custom font because I have a brand called Mocha Creative, and that stems from my love of coffee and being a creator, right? So I had a coffee font. I forgot how I added it, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out again. I'm gonna share it with my peoples. Okay. So this one is okay. And we can also make that bold to make it stand out. See, that'll stand out. Again, this is going to be a personal preference for Lavinia, but I'm just showing how to change this stuff up, okay? So that was typography or fonts, colors, typography. There's another one. There's logo and favicon. Now, if she has a logo, I don't know if it's going to pop up for me. Okay, this is what she had up there before. We'll see how it appears here. It'll show right here in this corner. Okay, you see it's kind of small. We can make that bigger. See, it says desktop height. All right, I'm going to take it a little bit bigger. All right, that's good. That's about as much as it's going to go. Favicon is your logo. So she had a logo in here. I don't know if she does or doesn't. I don't want to go all the way through her stuff. But if she had a logo, that could be something that you could put. And the favicon shows in the web address bar. So if you've ever noticed when you visited a website, you'll see the website URL and then next to it will be their logo. That's what a favicon is. Favicon, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now, again, this is a newer type theme. Usually over here, there's also the ability to add your socials. It might be in a different place, and we'll check for that. So you definitely want to have your socials on here to give people another way to find you. But let's get into the fun stuff, shall we? So we changed the picture. Now I want y'all to make sure that you keep this website. Come back and visit because we're gonna do some more stuff. Okay. We're going to do some more stuff behind the scenes because, like I said, I'm not going to show everything. But I want to show you the basics so you can update your own if you wish. Now, what I'm going to do in my AI class, Lavinia and I already did some banners. So I want to show her how she can put the website together using. So in here, hero is the banner. Okay. So let's go ahead and upload a photo. All right, Lavinia, you know this ain't the end all be all, but we're just updating it a little bit. Okay. We're going to click done. All right. And so this is the banner so far. And as you can see, when I added the banner, because the banner is light, you can't really see the menu. So we can change that. That's something that can be changed for sure because I haven't updated anything up here yet. Right? So extra text. Now, if she wanted to put something there, she could. We could put something like happy holidays, right? And then we'll get rid of all this other stuff. Totally up to you if you want to have that there. Okay. And you can also set how big it is. You have a heading 1, heading 2. Let's see what heading 2. That's cute. Okay. You can make it bold so it stands out a little bit. And everything seems to be, I spelled holidays wrong. Holidays. I do know how to spell. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to save that. You don't have to save as you go. I'm only saving as I go because my computer's running a little slow. Okay, and I also want to make sure y'all ain't got no comments. Y'all is just intently watching. I know that's right. I know that's right. All right, here we go. I know y'all are here for it. So since we're still at the top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this header. This is the header, where the menu is, okay? What we could do is change the, well, it's already there. Trying to follow along, okay. But not sure how you got to the banner. Okay, so the banner, what I did, so I already had the banner, designed, right? We did that in one of our classes. But to do that, they're called different things. So this is a newer theme. So and this theme is called a hero. So a hero is right here. Usually they have the banners up top. Other themes, it's called, like, you can use slideshow. Okay. Stuff like that. I can't remember off the top of my head what else they're called. Let me see. Well, that ain't gonna do me any good because I was gonna look at my page, but I have one of the newer themes. That's the whole thing. Okay. I'm not even gonna do that. Okay. So it should be right at the top. No problem. So hero. And I also encourage you to get in there and play with it, right? Get in there and play with the store. There's nothing that you can do to the store to mess it up and not be able to undo it, okay? So I encourage you to get in here. You can add blocks, you can add sections. Get in there and see what those sections do. And as you can see, when you hover over a section, it tells you what section this is. So if I hover over this, you're like, what the heck is this? This is a collection card, right? Over here, over on this side, the collection card is right here. Collection list. If you wish to get rid of it, you can click the trash button, or you can just make it disappear temporarily by hitting the eyeball. Okay? So what we did up here in the corner, that was the hero or the banner. So I'm going to click up here in the header. I'm going to click main menu. And I don't know if it's going to work because, again, this is a newer type theme. Let's go to theme settings. I'm going to go over the theme settings real quick and create another color. And this time I'm going to mess with this one because it's got these, the background is given that transparent background, the checkerboard. So I want to use this one. So let me see here real quick. I want to make sure that the text is all black. We'll see if we can't change it out here. So I'm going to go back to sections. For the color scheme of the menu, I'm going to choose that scheme 7 with the black text and see if it changes out to black text. This is what needs to change. Okay. So if I click on menu, let's see. So what it's doing here, again, this is a new theme. I probably should have showed y'all in Dawn, honestly. But what it's doing here is when you hover over it, it is turning it purple. If y'all saw that real quick. But I don't know if I like that. Dagnabbit. Okay, let's see something here. All right. This one I'm going to do, y'all, so I can make it go by easier. I'm going to use her current theme because I don't want to confuse y'all. And again, sometimes these newer themes are a little different, but we can still make a pop on the current theme. So I'm going to head on out. I'm going to save that so if Lavinia wants to revisit that, she can have that. I'm going to go out and go into a current theme, which is Dawn, right? Which theme you can rock with, because you are the one ultimately who's going to be switching it out, because I highly doubt you're going to pay somebody like me to switch it out every 5 seconds or every season. You could. I'll help you. Okay. So I'm in the theme Dawn. That was her original theme, right? So now I can show you that if we add a section in theme and Dawn, which is one of the OG themes, banners. If I click on that, and I'm sorry if I messed you up if you went with Vessel, but this is one of the things that I want you to see is that sometimes you might get in there and be like, I don't know. We might have to switch it out sometimes. Okay, so here's the image banner. Get out my way. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and here. Okay. Now with this image banner, it has all the stuff on top of my pretty banner, right? I don't want that. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete and delete and delete. So now all we have is our banner. Okay. All right. So let me start from the top and work my magic on this. Okay. So I'm going to go back into, and I'm sorry to backtrack a little bit, but I'm going to move a little faster so that, like the buttons over here hasn't changed. These buttons are on any theme. You got your sections, your gearbox for your theme settings, your colors, your fonts, and then the app embeds. I'm going to go to colors. And then she's got linear. The setup was a little bit different in Vessel. So I have the color here, 571E68. We went a little bit softer on that. And wait till y'all see what I have. The tail end. I'm also going to give you App Store you can add to your banner for Christmas. Okay. Solid button label, accent one. And you might find yourself going back to these color pickers, because until you get in here and test it out for yourself, you might find you'd be like, okay, I need to change the button of these the button colors, right? Okay, we need to change. I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to change that in a second. It's still on linear gradient. And I was like, why is it not changing? Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's go back to sections. At the top, image banner, Announcement bar. Announcement bar is where her message is, right? Click here to find our social media platforms. And then she also has the free shipping. And I would say, oh, she has that. It's somewhere else then. Is this right here? Must be an app. It must be an app because, oh, it disappeared. Let's see. Okay. So for this one, it is allowing us to change the color. Let's see what we want to change it to. So there is the background to color. Okay. And as you do this, you might see that you might want to switch the typography, which we did on the other one, but we would have to do it all over here. So we can make the font a different font so it's more legible, or we can change it to a white font. Okay. We can also put on the same announcement. And if you do this, like if you're just using Shopify's platform and not an extra app, they do have apps that will put a moving banner up there. But if you're using your phone, you can also add emojis in there. Okay. So free to join, and then free. No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. Because this is kind of like a call to action banner. This is going to go somewhere once they click it. Okay. Header. That's if we want it there. I don't know if we want it there. Okay, we're going to switch up the fonts. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch up those fonts so we can see it come together. We're going to go to the gearbox here and then go to typography. And see, she has it on a real skinny font, and so that could be real hard to see. I'm going to use this one. Let's see. Nope, I don't like that one. I want to find one that is kind of narrow so it doesn't take up a lot of room, but one that I can also make bold. So let's see. They have an Archivo narrow. Can I make that bold? I can make it bold. Let's see how it shows up bold. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. All right, we got to get rid of this Luvinia. We're going to turn that into a moving marquee. All right. So let's go ahead and select that for now. Okay. And then for the heading, I want something bolder. So let's try this one. So featured products, that's where you're going to see that. I don't like it. Let's do Anton. I like that better. See, it's more bold against them. Select that. So back to the sections. Okay, and so this right here, this free shipping thing here, this is an app that she has on here because it's not in. Okay, it's got to be like I said that offline. Let's go back to sections. I'm going to minimize them as I move. So we did the announcement bar. This is an app that she can choose whether or not to get rid of. I would suggest it because it's too busy and it doesn't match our theme here. Okay, we've changed the typography and the background. We can always change it again or add more color options to switch out the colors as we go through it, right? We got our banner. This right here is rich text. I would not have that down here. And I'm going to show you an app that, again, I told you earlier, there's like an app that you can use for key and moving announcement bar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. For now, I'm just going to click the eyeball to make it temporarily disappear. Okay. And as I mentioned before, what we want to do is I don't like this part right here only because there isn't anything else. What we can do now, she has this section is the featured collection section or collections, right? What we could do, oh, you already got, so why is it not showing up? Oh, holiday products, but I'm gonna show you something different to do with that. So I definitely wouldn't encourage you to have something here that is just plain Jane. Like right here, your collection's name. That's telling your customers ain't nobody home and ain't nobody updating this website. So let's choose something to go there. We're going to replace. And then I'm going to select drinkware. Right? Okay? Gives them something to look to. And then you can take these sections and see how it says collections. You can also make it say something else. So this is the section we're working in. It's called collection list, right? If you click that, it'll open up a different menu and you see everything here coincides with what's here. So as you can see, the heading says collections. This says collections. So this is telling you this is where you can write this, right? You can say check out more of our, let's see what we want to say. Check out more of our I like to make it something that'll pop. Check out more of our custom products. All right. Something like that. Okay, and then it also has here, if you keep scrolling down, you can also change how many columns show. So if I toggle this to 4, then we can add another one here, right? And you can change the background color of this. So I just want to show you how you can switch it up. Do not be afraid to get in here and play. Enable view all button. Click that. And that lets them see the rest of her collections. Okay. For mobile layout, it's just that. How do you want this to show up on mobile? 1 column or 2? Click 2. And then you enable swipe on mobile. That means it makes the shopping experience easier, y'all. And when you make changes, I also encourage you to get in there. Once you make those changes, go to your own website and check it out and see, oh my gosh, I could change this. Oh my gosh, I can add that. Or maybe that isn't working so smoothly. Maybe I have to change this. Test your own website out. Because if you don't, everybody ain't going to tell you. Like, for instance, when I first relaunched my website, I forgot to do something as pertained to my shipping. And when I went in there and acted like I was a customer of my own store and tried to check out, I put a product to 0 and I tried out my checkout system, right? It wouldn't allow me to check out. So I had to go back in and add what was missing, right? some that I overlooked, and I had to go back and add that. Now, if I had not done a trial run of my own website, then I wouldn't have known that. Customers wouldn't have been able to check out, and maybe someone would have told me that. Maybe not, and hence no sales. So just as if you're in a brick and mortar store, y'all, you got to test out your own processes, right? If you had a brick and mortar store, you're going to make sure the cash register is working properly. Your security system is working properly. The website is no different than a brick and mortar. It's just online. Seriously. Okay. So, feature products. Here's what I want Lavinia to do. We're going to do it right now. Feature products. I don't want to see these. I want to see the do. Let's do featured collection here. We're going to, down here, it says collection. It allows me to put or find a collection I want to showcase. Holiday products. Bam, boom, and a bam, bam. You never would have seen that. She offers Christmas products if you don't put it at the forefront. Okay? So again, check out our holiday specials. Even if they're not technically specials, they don't know that, right? Put some festive there. You can make that medium. Boom. Okay? Okay, and again, you can show maximum number of products to show. You can increase that number of columns to show. You can increase or decrease that. That's set at 4. It's showing 8 products, and then we have the view all option. Okay, and then same with the mobile layout. 2 columns, enable swap again for the customers. Ease to shop. Let's click on it now. It's already looking nice, right? It's already better. Let's add the forefront because that's what we want to push. We want to push and get these holiday craft rooms, right? So put that at the forefront. Then you can highlight some of your other stuff. And that's why I said, check out more of our custom products. We're going to add, see how large it is. Okay. It's taking up what I want to say, precious real estate. That's what I call it. So we can add a collection. And then we're going to select what collection we want to showcase again to show them that she's also capable of other things. We could do graduation products, Valentine's. She did say she's working on her Valentine stuff. You know, she can highlight that if she like. Okay. Let's increase this. Remember it said how many you want us to show on the desktop? 4. You can go higher if you want. Packed them down a little bit so it doesn't take up too much real estate on your home page. Okay. Now, Lavinia, we can work more on this background color if you wish, but I do want to highlight something else. And again, I also want to show you something else. Let me show you something else real quick. Okay. So there's this thing called add a section. Hey, Alicia. Hey, girl. Hey. There's this other thing that you could do, says featured products. So like I said, get in here this, okay? Now, if you ever want to switch around, you see how when I clicked added the featured product, it put it automatically at the bottom. If you ever want to move these around, there's these 6 little dots at the side. You can click on it and drag it up. And we could put that right in between the feature collection. You see that solid blue line right there? We're going to put it right between the feature collection and the rest of the selection. We're going to choose some. Lavinia, you there, girl? I don't know if she's there. I added her back to the stage, but I don't know if something's going on with her mic. I want to search. Let's search Christmas. Let's see. Christmas. Let's see if there is a. Ooh, what's this? She's got a tree skirt ornament. What's that? Ooh, okay. So she can highlight that if she wishes. You can replace it. Let's look for more Christmas. Now, see, you saw my reaction. I was like, now imagine your customers. What's this? Custom Christmas stocking? Now, I like a good blanket. Now, let's see the blanket look. That's me and my like this. Now, I also want to show you one other trick, y'all. I want to show y'all one other trick. You see how we added this feature product, right? And again, if there's secondary, look at all the stuff here. Don't just take time to it. It's dark. All right. If there's a secondary image, you toggle that on for the section. And if there is one, when they click over it, it'll show the secondary, right? You can also, I'm just scrolling through, taking you through the section. You can two featured products. You get one showing the picture on the left and the other one showing the picture on the right. All right. Okay. Here's something else I want to show to you. So you can see, this is what I mean by precious real estate. And this may not be something for some people, but to me, as someone who does websites, and this bothers me a little bit, okay? All this extra space right here. So we got space between the two sections. There's this thing here, it's called padding. If you take this padding down, I want you to watch this section. That space from the other section, right? You could take that section down too. At the bottom, all this space. We don't need all that space. Take that down. Okay, we might need that space there between them. Put a little, do like that. All right, index here. We can get rid of that. Going to what we call padding. And then here at the bottom, we ain't gonna do it that. Okay, let's leave it at like. There we go. Okay, and I save throughout. Now, the background color is something I would like to change of the slider one, because she's had this gradient background for a while, but I know we're running into like an hour and a half. So I want to show y'all an app that I think would also bring this together. Let's see here. Okay, feature collection. Okay, let's click save. I'm just updating my chat here. Not saying anything. Y'all is in. Love it. And here, or she me and seeing, but I hope that she is liking the changes so far. It's an animated banner. Let me show y'all what animated banners look like. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna take a brief second to show you my websites. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Wait, sharing for a second, and then I'm going to show y'all my websites. Share screen. Okay, great. Window. Entire screen. Chrome tab. There we go. So this is my website. It's kind of big. My screen is kind of big. Stage. There we go. So this is an animated banner. As soon as it decides it wants to show up, there we go. This is an animated banner. So this is my customs business. Okay, I mainly do animated banners because, again, it brings a wow factor. It shows something different. It makes people feel like you really put some thought into your website, right? And I did one of Lavinia's website revamps before, and she loved it, and it was animated, right? We have an animated scroll bar here, right? That comes by way of an app. So this showcases without the customer having to physically scroll through. It shows them a little to what I have, right? Here is my creative vault. Again, I want to remind you that if you want to ever hire me to do your website revamp, there is a discount code at the bottom, 45% off website services while I'm live only. And I do have the option of Afterpay if you wish to take advantage. So while I'm on the website, no code is needed. No code is needed. 45% off. I normally charge $399 for a full website setup. $199, 45% off is I click exit, show you the type of stuff I like to do. I like for your website to stand out. Website, ordinary, hun. So these are all the AI vaults, all the AI characters I've made. So this is how to access that group. That is a paid group. So I just wanted to show you the website. Okay, let's jump back into Lavinia's and let me show you the app. That was a brief intermission. So let me go. I know I stopped sharing. Give me 2 seconds. pretty sure I have access to your app store. So I'm just going to go ahead and share so I can show the people where to find the app store. Screen share. Okay. So again, like I said, when you get into your web stores, they have an app section. And usually 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, I can find you an app that will do what you wanted to do with no extra charge. Okay. So I'm going to go into the app store and I'm going to look up a few things that could help her store also stand out. So there's an app called, I didn't write it down. Oh, Lord. Let's look up snowfall. It was free. What was it called? I had it pulled up on mine. Let me see. DAKAA. This thing. Okay. This is an app. It is free. And you see that free? I love free. It's got 659 reviews, 5 stars. What? Yes. Install. Install free.com. I love free. And it allows you to add. I'm about to show y'all. It's so cute. It has snowfall. Now, okay, people are on the fence about this. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. You can't see it right now, but if it was in front of you, you can see it a little bit. There's actually doing a snowfall now. You see little dots on the screen, and it lets you mess with the opacity of it. It lets you mess with the speed of it and all that. There's another one called Christmas Santa, and that is so cute. And so this is a personal preference. We can also let's look up Christmas and see what it comes up. Okay, that's it. So if we want a snowfall, for instance, we're going to hit on, okay. Let's see. And so it always has you enable the app. And that is part of those 3 little boxes that I showed you in the beginning, where you have, the app section that wants you to turn the apps on. Come on. So slow. Lord have mercy. So slow. Okay, there it is. So they toggled it on for me. All I have to do is click save. And she will have snowfall on her website. Okay. Let's do a preview. Now, don't make me be out to be a liar now. I'm still thinking about it. It's like, wait, we're doing what now? My whole computer is like tripping. Y'all let me know if you have any questions. Wait for this. Christmas Santa. Okay. So we have that. We enabled the app. We did that already. So I'm not going to open up another tab. We are doing a preview. Say what now? What are we doing? I'm just closing out some of these tabs. It is taking this sweet little time. Okay. All right. I'm still thinking about it, y'all. I don't know what's going on. My friend had an issue earlier today with these apps, these computers just not doing what we wanted to do. What the heck? So if y'all have any questions, let me know. I am going to show you one other thing. The other thing that I wanted to show you in the App Store, this is still the App Store. We're going to check on that snowfall in a second. But the other thing I wanted to show you is moving marquee. Okay, and so simple marquee, I want to make sure it moves. So they do have it here. I like the moving one. Simple marquee gives you a scrolling, easy scrolling. Okay, so it does scroll. So sometimes when you get in here, what I like to look for is like how many people have reviewed it, how many stars it has. But sometimes there are new people that are adding apps for us, right? But you know that these type of apps, we don't need it to be a paid app. It is something that we don't need, right? We just want it. So let me hit this real quick. Install. I don't want to continue add apps also because with the apps, you also don't want to overload your store with apps. So Lavinia and I are going to have a side conversation about the amount of apps that are on her store because I've seen a few apps that do the same thing. So you don't want to overload your store with apps because when you do, it can, not saying it necessarily will, but it can slow down your store's performance. Okay. So there are a couple apps on there that are kind of like doing the same thing. And a lot of times people just don't know that because whoever may have set up their website did not educate them on what those apps do. Okay. So I want to see why this isn't working yet. Seasonal effects, one step. Okay, great. I know this thing don't want me to go through a bunch of steps now. I already enabled it, so I don't want to do that again. So it wants me to go through all this other stuff. I just want you, so skip it. Okay, setup done, blah. Great. Okay, we had to do all that just to get some daggone snowflakes. There we go. Now we got snowflakes. Okay, so we got snowflakes. And then if I go to online store, no, if I go to the apps and go to what I just added, the marquee. Did I install it? Yeah, I can't remember. Install. Did I install it? Let's go to apps. Okay, that's the snow. Okay, go to all recommended apps. Actually, no, I'm already in it. Okay, it's up here. So let's. All right, y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all just paying attention. I love that. I love that. And so while I'm waiting for this to load, because my computer's extra slow, I also want to tell you that if you ever have any questions as pertains to websites, you can comment on one of my videos and I will see it and I will respond. Okay. So I like to make sure that anybody connected to me, like, you have the information you need. If I can't get it, I will find somebody, for you. But what is going on right now? This thing is not doing what it's supposed to have did. Y'all seeing a blank screen because my computer said it's tired. Okay, I'm closing out some of these tabs I got open. Have mercy. Y'all bear with me. It's the computer. It is the computer. Y'all have any questions while I mess around with this daggone computer? Y'all have been on here hard body, and I love it because that means that you really needed this, and I'm glad that I was able to give some insight on this. I'm just closing out some windows because maybe my computer is just like, eyes tired, boss. Eyes tired. Okay. Let's see. It is not wanting to upload. So I might not be able to show you the scrolling marquee tonight. All right, but I might be able to come back on if it's something that you all would like. Again, you can let me know by adding comments that, hey, I love this. I would like a more in-depth type of thing. We can do that. We can definitely do that. So I want to show you what we came from. And then what we currently have. If it'll show, Jesus, it just does not want to update here. Let me stop sharing for a second, y'all. Remove. Stop sharing. These platforms just don't want us to be great. Lavinia, you still there? It won't let me unmute your mic either. Share screen. I'm gonna show. Give me 2 seconds. Sparkle Diva Apparel. It is my computer, y'all. It is tired. It could be also when we run these streaming platforms like StreamYard that I'm using right now, sometimes these things just don't, like, it's too much for the computer. It's really weird. Okay, Sparkle Diva. So here's where we are now. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Here's where we are now. So again, this free shipping bar, and we can also change this to Lavinia. This free shipping bar is also an app that needs to go bye-bye. Once they click on this, they go to her social page. Okay, we got the snowfall. We've added a different color. We've added a banner. We've We've highlighted a custom, a featured product, what we call it, or something. And this just so happens to be a high. Another thing that I would suggest that you put in the top, if you offer paying for, highlight that. Highlight the heck out of that in this holiday season, because people are going to want to know that, and that you don't let them wait to get to checkout to see if you offer it. Okay, I'm sorry, I hear something outside my door. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so put it up here in the announcement bar that you add. That's what I would have also put in that marquee, but it's not updating for me right now. It's like thinking about it. Okay, so I will put that up here. Paying for, pay now, buy now, pay later, right? And you can even put buy now, pay later with Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, Sezzle, whatever it is you offer, right? You put that up here so that they know it when they come to your website. That's where you want to put your important, just like she has here, but we're going to get rid of this and make it, this is an app. We're going to get rid of free shipping. Is another shipping out orders over one. So for the free order over 150 and pay, buy now, pay later, are some that have buying power when they come to your website. So as soon as they see this high ticket item right here, it's not going to be much, because they know that they can buy and pay for, right? Okay, and then we're going to highlight her. We got other stuff. We do shirts, we do banners and retractable banners. So we do drinkware. We do got Valentine's Day coming up, and then you view all see the rest of her products. Okay, so this is a service that I would charge $199 for. Obviously, I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do because of my computer running slow while streaming, right? But this is a makeover. This is what we would do in a makeover. We even have a motion banner for her. She just got to get that on the back end, because I'm not going to show how to do that online for the free ski. I'm not. That's a paid. that was given in my paid classes. We have a motion banner, so that would have been 2 banners. Usually what I do tend to do is a big banner, and then maybe like a third or fourth of this as like show us your selfies, or tag us on social media type banner, so that they know you are interested in seeing what it is, wearing your products of it. I will also incorporate your Insta feed if you're active on Instagram, and they have apps where you can include your Insta theme. Thank you. Yes, we did that in my AI class right before Thanksgiving. We did that. So, and that's another thing. I tell them, y'all came in a little late. I tell anybody connected to me, so don't blend in. Yes, we can create a banner in Canva, but why do that when we have all these AI capabilities? So all we had to do is plug in some prompts and we have a branded banner from a girl. Okay. So this is not something that, just grabbing an element here and there from Canva that anybody can do. This is specific to Sparkle Diva apparel. All right. The shirt that the girl's wearing, we have the prompt for that. We have that shirt. Okay. So I love that. And I love to be able, let me see if I can show y'all the banner capabilities. And again, I hate that Lavinia can't see or she can't interact with me. And that's StreamYard. I'm going to get rid of them because they're paying the booty. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to stop sharing and then we're going to get ready. If y'all got any questions, you can let me know. But we're going to go ahead because I don't want this live to be that long. I've been on lives that have been 2 hours long, but our attention span ain't that great. Sometimes depends on what the topic is, I guess. So what I want to do, I want to show. I want to show. Share screen. Here it is. Y'all check this out. This is some of the elements that I have for her. And a couple of them were videos. I got to add it to the stage. Boom. There we go. So this is a video. I'm going to see. I can see if it's going to show y'all. My computer's like, I ain't even finished the web. Few videos up here where she's wearing a nice t-shirt and Santa is incorporated into it. Then we worked on like what other type of background she would like to do. Also didn't get a chance to get a collection cover photo, and that's what this could be. I know. Y'all about like, what is she doing, girl? What are you doing? I gotta get ready to go anyway because my daughter's bedtime, but I just want to show y'all. So this is like a collection cover photo that she could use on her website. AI generated. With AI, there should be no reason that we have dull pictures on our website, something that doesn't catch the eyes of our customers, y'all. For real. I am high on graphics. I am high on, putting some effort into your website and then switching it out every so often. I would say with the season so that they know that someone is still home and there's not dust on the doorknob to your store, honey. Switch it out. Give it a refresh once a quarter at the very least. But stuff like this does it for me. I'm like, kudos. Okay. So do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any questions? Sweet see. Thank you, Tracy. AI girl. You know our old faithful. All right, girl. I'm here. Because listen, if I do your website is a reflection of me, honey, and I can't have people out there in them streets giving me a bad rap. Listen. Let me see something here. I put some work into mine. So let me see some. Is this not gonna let, like, I just can't reach you right now. Here's another collection cover photo. Yes, I know. I know who you are. Crafty sis. I know. I got it. I got that when you first came in, honey. You and Alicia. I knew who y'all is. I know who y'all is. Okay, here's another collection photo. So, and that's another thing. As I like to do these lives so that y'all know what I'm capable of, honey. I don't play around. I don't play around. Okay? Okay? We don't do ordinary over here. We don't do ordinary. We don't do regular schmegular. We don't do that. We do pop out on somebody. Let me see if I can show you this other banner. Girl, I could show you all day what we was working in the AI, but I'm gonna go soon because, like I said, I want to put my baby girl to sleep. She got school tomorrow. But let me show you. Let me see if I still have it. Okay, let me do this one. Also, let me do, I'm just showing y'all real quick. Okay. Do this one. And I bounce around between, for those who do party favors, I'm going to show you this one. Show you. Okay. Oh, this one right here. Okay. My girl on here who does body care and candles. Let me see if I can show you this or not. I don't know if StreamYard going to act up. It might act up. I don't know. Window. It no, it's not going to play. Yeah. So this is what we did for my girl, Tracy. And this is going to be like part of our animated banners, right? Now, this is obviously isn't the final one. We're going to string some along and then have our own brand up there, y'all. I don't do regular shirt. I don't. I cannot. It bothers me. Okay, give me something to look at. Okay, look at this. This is another type of banner that you could use. And this allows you to add like a t-shirt. Yep, I got you. This allows you to add like a t-shirt logo to it. So if you have a custom t-shirt, you can add that. As you can see, I got that from ChatGPT, honey. Okay. Let's see here. I have to pop in and out like that because of how StreamYard is. So I got you. This is another one. Let's bring it up. Just give me a second here. Here's another type banner. So again, make them stand out. This right here. Come on. There we go. So this right here also goes to my girl who is like, this is the type of stuff that I would love to see on websites, right? This is the name of her brand, Sensational Scents. Whether she has a storefront or not, they don't know that, right? But it shows someone window shopping during the holiday season. Why? Stop playing. Think outside the box when it comes to websites. Think outside the box about when it comes to what it is that what you are pouring yourself into. You're pouring yourself into your websites, your products. Put respect on their name. Put some respect on their name, right? This right here is something I'm going to be using for party favors. So I created this in AI, right? It's just a countertop, but I can make it a festive countertop. This was for Thanksgiving, right? So it has the Thanksgiving colors. Give it something to pop out, and then you can put your virtual, well, what I want to say, your virtual party favors up on. They could think that's your countertop. They don't gotta know what's in your house, sis, right? This could be your countertop in your kitchen. It's all clean and bright, right? And then put your digital products up against that, like the party favors, like those who are doing the Christmas Eve boxes. Put the box up there, put the chip bag, put all that stuff right there. Do you get what I'm putting down? Stop playing small. Stop playing small. Stop playing small. Let me show this. Come back to y'all real quick. And then that when it comes to websites, it brings people together because they're like, honey, I want to know what's inside your head when you do this. Let's see. This again goes along with my girl. We did a mock-up of her walking through a factory. People don't know if she does or doesn't have a factory. They don't have to know. It's none of their business. But as far as this video is concerned, she big balling. Oh, hold on, sorry. I can't stand when that happened, I tell you. Okay. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? I gotta bring it back up. Here we go. Can't watch it, y'all. I'm watching it with y'all. I'm so sorry for the lag. I will not mess with StreamYard ever again. So again, people don't know she doesn't have if she does or doesn't have a warehouse. All they can say is, well, this is what we did in AI. That can go on her website, right? Right? You don't have to do anything. You can also save this for your promotion for your website product. You don't have to put all these like videos on your website, but all right, let me see. Here we go. But you can use those type of graphics to talk about your product on social media. You can use it for the website. So I just wanted to give you something to get those gears going in your head on how not to minimize the hard work and effort you put into your business, right? You spend a lot of time curating designs. You spend a lot of time putting these together. You spend a lot of time packing orders. Don't minimize your effort. Don't minimize your business by just, I see it all the time, just people like taking pictures like they're sitting in the dark, like, just flapping it on a tabletop and here's a picture, here's what I do. And then customers like, oh, you're high end, aren't you? Showcase your business like a high-end business. Like you really care about it. Like you really put in some effort into it and showcase your business in a light like this, right? So that is another reason why I wanted to go live, to not only show you, now again, I'm sorry that it cut us off and we didn't get to take Lavinia's website all the way through, but you did see how we changed colors, we changed fonts, we changed the banner out. You can add sections, what to highlight on in the season, like the Christmas stuff, okay? How to navigate through the different themes and knowing which theme you want to do. We touched on all of that. So again, I don't want this to be a 4-hour live. And so if this is something that you want to revisit, I will do that, and certainly use Zoom to do it because StreamYard ain't it. But let me know in the comments. Yes, I would love another live like this, and I will make it happen. And we can play around in something else, or I can answer other website questions. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I do have a whole Shopify playlist, right? But again, there's some times where people like to just get somebody else to do it, right? They just like, I don't want to do it. And just to recap before I bid you adieu, again, when I click that end stream button and I start locking stuff down, that 45% goes out the window. So for those of you who would like me to do a full website or a website revamp, it's 45% off. www.creativevaulthq.com. When I get ready to take baby girl upstairs, I'm going to end that discount. Okay? I'm going to end that discount. And Alicia and Shantia, did you get one from me already? Someone did get a revamp, and I sent the questionnaire. So I'm not sure if that was you, but I sent the questionnaire via email. And next steps to do. Okay, so okay, you crafty sis. So y'all have discount codes because we in the same squad, okay? But yeah, once I get my butt upstairs, I'm gonna give you a little bit longer, okay? Once I get ready, by the end of this evening, y'all, if you want web services, whether it be for website revamp, I'm going to leave that. There's no discount code needed. You just check out, okay? When I get ready to go to bed, that's when I shut it on down. And already this thing is tweaking, so I got to go. Visit of the website tutorials. I thank y'all for coming on and interacting, and I hope that this was easy to follow. I may just do another standalone video because sometimes my pre-recorded videos do a lot better than these lives, because every time we go live, something always happens, just like demonstrated today. So I might even do another standalone video on how to set up the home page, and it'll just be quick and to the point, no extra hey girl hey on to the side, so I hope this was helpful for y'all, and so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to Creative Vault HQ for more tutorials. Okay, y'all have a great night.